Hi, I'm Ralph. Welcome to my kitchen. Today I've got a special guest with me. This is my sister Carol, who's come for a visit, and we are going to be making an old family favorite that goes way, way back, generations in our family. These are German pancakes, what our family calls skinny pancakes, but what may officially be known as a Blintz. Very similar to crepes, but these are food items that our family has loved, our kids love, our grandkids love. So I hope that this is something that your family loves as well. So let's get started. I've already got two different types of pans here, just so you can see the difference in how they cook, because I've got a stainless steel one and I've got a non-stick type. So many of you may have one or the other or both, and you want to know which ones to use. We'll find out during this demonstration. Let's get started with the batter. And so we've got 3 eggs here. So start out by putting those in the bowl. Going to follow that up with some flour. We've got a 1.25 cups of flour, just regular, everyday AP flour. Then we've got a 1.5 cups of milk. We're using whole milk. And just to finish it off, we're going to add just a pinch of salt and a little bit of vanilla. Now we're using Crisco in our fry pans. You could probably get away with, some type of vegetable oil, but yes. I think Crisco's the best. We found out to be the best. So as soon as we have this mixed up just to the right consistency, which is very loose. This is not a thick batter. It's not like a regular buttermilk pancake batter. This is very, very thin.
Put the lumps out. I think I would add a little bit more liquid if I were you. We want it very, very thin.
Okay, a little bit more milk.
Yeah, okay.
So you can see how thin that batter is. Mm-hmm. So for this size pan, we're going to be using basically about a 1/4 cup measuring cup, using that to kind of put it into the pans.
This is how I check to see if the pan is hot enough. Just a little, and see it's already starting.
Oh, and I better get my spatula.
Better. So it looks like it's hot enough to go. I'm going to use a little bit more because this is so thin. Spread it out to all the edges.
We're going to have it in there until you can see it kind of crisping up on the edges. Mm-hmm. And you kind of watch for that crisping on the edge. But also you'll see like little bubbles rising to the surface and then kind of popping. So they kind of look like little pock marks coming up. Mm-hmm. That's a sign that it's getting fully cooked and just about ready to be flipped.
You can also just take your pan and, make sure that the batter is all well around the pan.
Just so it's good and movable.
Yeah.
You don't want it sticking anywhere.
Right.
Now, one thing we discovered, we kind of experimented with this last night, so I kind of already know some of the answers here. But we found out that stainless steel pans will actually cook a little bit faster.
Yes.
And more properly than the nonstick surface.
More evenly all the way around for us.
So if you have a choice between the two and you have a stainless steel, I would use the stainless steel. Mm-hmm. All that Crisco, you're not going to have to worry about any sticking.
They also heat up faster, and than this one seems to.
If I can look underneath.
Give it a little. Sounds good.
A little bit longer.
Yeah.
The first ones always take the longest.
Right.
Because everything is still in the process of heating up.
Right. They're the experimenters. Is it thin enough? Is it hot enough? See, this is starting to bubble.
Mm-hmm. And this one's getting some of those pock marks in it. You can see up there. I'm seeing a little brown on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that. Yes, step back because it will splatter a little bit.
Ooh, that looks good. I'll take that one.
Let's see how this is starting to look underneath. not quite. So you can see that stainless steel really does work better.
Yeah. Ooh, that looks yummy.
Crank the heat up on this one a little bit. Now the second side does not take as long as the first side because you've already cooked it most of the way through at this point. You're just trying to get a little bit of a crisp on it. If this was a steak, you'd be calling it a sear.
Right. It's the steak of pancakes.
There you go. This is the steak of pancakes. Not bad. I'm going to go ahead and pull that one.
Yeah.
This one, I think I'm going to go ahead and move to finish it off.
Yeah, put it over there.
Because you can see how light the bottom is compared to the other one.
Yeah.
I'm going to crank this one up to full.
Yeah, when that gets all the way up there, let me know. And I'll put some more in there. You ready?
Let's go ahead and put some more in.
Now, the good thing is you can keep this batter overnight. You know, so
Yes,
if you
just-
need it tomorrow or
If you have a
later,
bowl with a lid on it, pop that lid on there, or a little bit of cellophane.
your family will be begging you to make them again.
That's looking a little bit better
Ooh, that
now.
looks better. Yeah. Yeah, I have a copper bottom one frying pan at home, which works very well also.
Even cranked up to maximum heat. The nonstick surface just cannot compete with the stainless steel.
Right.
We'll go ahead and pull that one.
On the plate. That looks good. Do you want to make another one, or do you want to move?
Oh
that?
yeah, let's go for an.
Just a dab more in there. Not a whole lot, but just a little bit. This is definitely not a diet dish, or anybody with heart problems.
Especially when you see the toppings that we're going to be putting on it. So after this, we're going to give up on the nonstick surface and
Right.
just stick with this. It's going to go quicker in the long run.
Absolutely. And then, you know, we are on a smaller cooktop, but that's kind of nice because you don't have to have a great big stove to cook these.
Right.
If you've only got a cooktop in an efficiency apartment, you're good to go.
Although I will say, differences between the gas burners that we used last night, it went a whole lot
It
faster.
did. You're right, it did. But it's doable on this. As you can see, you can make a lot of pancakes with this. You can feed a pretty good sized family.
Yep. And our fondest memories of these, not so much eating these for breakfast. I don't recall ever eating these for breakfast. We usually ate it for dinner.
Yes.
Usually when my dad was out of town,
Right.
and we were kind of getting a treat.
Right, big treat.
Now you can make these up either sweet or you can make them as savory as you want.
Right.
And do be careful when you flip them because there's a lot of hot grease in there. You don't want to be flipping it toward you or toward another person. You know, you'll notice I've kind of moved that pan away before flipping it most of the time.
Yes. No children around the stove.
But they will love eating them. I promise you that.
Yes, they will. I don't know any who don't. My great-granddaughter asked for them for her birthday dinner. That's how much she liked them. And if you're gluten-free and you have a gluten-free flour, they turn out just as well with gluten-free.
Because I know how you guys all love Gunner getting samples. So he's not forgotten today.
Stick it in there and it'll cool off for him.
Okay, we're back with the final reveal. Gunner, come here. Oh yeah,
Gunner likes it.
these are Gunner approved.
Woohoo! He's like, where's more? I need more.
Now, here's some examples of how you can serve these. This is what we used to do. Now, I mentioned you could also make them savory and put different savory type things inside, but then we would roll it up. Now, I have put raspberry jam in this one, and we've got strawberries and powdered sugar in this other one. We're just going to roll these up. And since I want some of this, and I'm sure my sister wants some of each, I'm going to cut these in half. This may not be proper, but this is how
A true.
our family did this.
We'll do it with this one.
We would just stick it like that and eat it.
The best.
These are so awesome. Okay, I'm going to go back to
Yeah.
being a little bit more civilized here.
Well, the contest was to see who could keep it on their fork the longest. Super.
Awesome. Try some with the strawberries and powdered sugar.
That's good too.
Trust me, you are going to want to make these for your family at home, or wait till your family's gone and treat yourself.
Right, whichever works.
Exactly. So if you enjoyed the show, consider hitting the like button down below, maybe give me a subscription, maybe even hit the notification button. Gunnar says please do it. With that said, I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.
Gunnar wants the rest.
Come here.